Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm Aja A. Welcome to SunshinehazeCo. It's been a little minute. Just be very honest with you guys. I have a lot of water in my chart, and we're coming into a Pisces Mercury retrograde. And Pisces can be very heavy energy, not in a negative way, but it's a very dense energy. It is a water energy, and Pisces is a confused energy. So I've just been kind of the Mercury shadow hit, and I was just kind of like submerged. I'm doggy paddling right now, but I'm here. I got a little bit of air, so I wanted to get this video out to y'all. I did consider not putting up the Leo full moon video, but I was like, you know what, I didn't put up Aquarius, so let's just not. I'm trying to get myself back into this energy of consistency with my business and my channel and the things that I put out and the things that I share. So here I am with your Leo full moon video. So just to quickly brief you guys on what the full moon is, what it means. It's a time when the moon, the earth, and the sun are aligned, and the moon, the side of the moon that is facing us, is illuminated, so we can see it in the sky. It's a big old circle, we see it. As far as the energy goes, the full moon is associated with illumination, clarity, and cleansing and release. The moon is governed by, the moon, so what am I saying? What am I trying to say to y'all? The moon is at home in Cancer, and Cancer is a water sign. The moon is associated with the water, so when we have these full moons, that's where we get that cleansing and release energy from. This time around, we had our Cancer full moon last month, and that was one of my moons, Cancer sun, Cancer moon. So this time around, this time in February, fabulous February. It's cold as hell though, so I don't know how fabulous you could be. I've been in sweats in my work uniform, like that's literally it. But this time around, the full moon was in the sign of Leo, the lion. So it happened on Sunday the 9th, depending on where you were and where you are in the world. The 9th at 2:33 in the morning in 20 degrees, and I'll talk about the numerology in just a second, but we got a lot of big 2 energy here in this year. As I said, this full moon was in the sign of Leo, the lion. So Leos tend to carry, if you know any Leos, they tend to carry a very boisterous energy. They are the showmen. They're the actors. They work very hard. They're fire, and they like to, share with the world what it is that they've worked for and the accomplishments that they've made. They're, like I said, they're doers. Leos are very protective. They're also associated with the sun, so Leo carries a very positive, happy, and fun energy. So with this full moon, this is not necessarily going to be a very heavy one, depending on what you've got in your chart and your transits. But as far as the Leo energy is concerned, it does bring in a little bit of, it lifts it a little bit, as opposed to sometimes how, when we deal with these full moons, how it's a little bit heavier, right? So this full moon is underneath the Aquarius lunar cycle, and as you guys know, Aquarius is the sign associated with the collective. So with the Leo energy coming in here, the energy that we're dealing with now, Leo gives us a moment to kind of look at ourselves. All of the fire signs are me signs, so Leo does carry a me energy. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, on the shadow side, Leo can be associated with a little bit of a selfish energy. However, I think it's important to remember that being selfish is not always necessarily a bad thing. It's very important to work on yourself. It's very important to tend to yourself. It's very important to give yourself love, and it's very important to, pay attention to the things that you've got going on. As people say this all the time, you can't help anybody else before you help yourself, right? So with us coming into this, with us being underneath this Aquarius lunar cycle, we are gaining, by way of the full moon, a little bit of illumination into where we are with the collective, and if we are if we're happy with our place in the world, to be completely honest. So you're going to be, a lot of us are going to be in these positions to where, you know, we are going through the motions during this month of February, during these last couple weeks of February, right? Going through the motions, doing what we got to do, going to work, punching in, punching out, you know, sending out emails, you know, making calls, whatever it is that you do on the daily to sustain, to get by. Going to be going through these motions, and then also having these little glimpses of epiphanies, like, is this really what I want to be doing? Am I really happy where I'm at? Is this the type of life that I want to be living in? And is this what I want to present to the world? How do I feel about what people are saying about me? And not that that is important at all in the least, but we are going to be feeling the energy of, and, you know, just being very honest, kind of, you know, being a little, I don't want to say affected by, but paying a little bit more attention to the way that people view us. So we're going to be thinking if when we think about those things, we're like, yeah, no, I don't want people looking at me like that, or yeah, no, I don't want people saying things like that about me. We're going to be in this space with this full moon energy, this clarity coming in of, okay, well, what can I do in order to change people's perspective of me, in order for me to change my perspective of myself and my place in this world? What else do I have here? I got like 3 notes. Keeping it simple, y'all. Can you tell? We're getting really close to the Mercury retrograde. And with that Pisces energy, boy, communication is going to be a little tossed in the sauce, like myself over here. But the next note I have, it says more me and collective energy. So more me versus the collective. As I was talking about earlier, going through the motions. As we're going through the motions, we're also going to be in these spaces to where we're thinking about, am I going through these motions because this is what people expect of me? Because this is what society says I have to do? Am I working this corporate job because I want to? Or am I working this corporate job because my parents told me you need to go to school, graduate, get your degree, and then get a salary job? Am I happy here? Am I happy doing what I'm doing right now? And if you're not, this full moon, again, bringing in that clarity, bringing in that illumination into, well, what is it that would make you happy? What is it that you would enjoy doing and you could still sustain, you could still, you know, be cool and still make... What is today? What time is it? Like, I believe the kids should be in school because it's Tuesday and it's like 11. Shouldn't children be in school? Anyway, being in this position to, we're all going to be in this position to where we're really thinking about, are we happy? Again, Leo carries a very positive, a very joyous energy, and coupled with the full moon, what comes in is, how are we feeling? Leo is fire, and although water is associated with emotions, the fire energy is associated with passion. So we're going to be feeling like, what's making our heart beat at this time? I do associate Leo with heart energy too. So, you know, are we feeling fulfilled with the moves that we're making in this life? And if we're not, what is it that can make us or get us to that point? And the full moon is bringing in the illumination to kind of show us those things. And I don't say that we should use the full moon as a time to manifest, but with this being a fire moon, you could definitely have the intention to release in order to know what to manifest when the time comes, if that makes sense, you know. Also, very quickly, with this Pisces retrograde, we also are having aspects to Venus during this time. So although we're having these energies of release, and anytime you release things, sometimes it feels like an L. Anytime you move away from certain chapters in your life, especially if you're not happy where you're at, it may feel like, you know, you are losing something, or you are not necessarily going to gain what it is that you really want to gain. But you've got these Venus aspects coming in as well, and with that, it brings in this energy of love, of, you know, what we are passionate about and what we enjoy, right? So the full moon in Leo with that happy, positive, joyous, and this is what I want to present to the world energy, right? Coupled with the Venus aspects, coupled with this Pisces Mercury retrograde, where we're slowing down to look at, you know, how we can come into alignment with our life's, you know, purpose and our true desires. All of these things are working together to put us into these points to where we are actually living our best lives. Like I always say, actually living the life that we like to live, and actually seeing the things that we are manifesting and intending start to play out, okay? Also with Leo being a fire sign and this being a time of release and cleansing, especially if you were like me and feeling kind of submerged under these Pisces Mercury retrograde waters, y'all, I can't tell you, like, I just want to take a nap all the time. Like, I just want to sleep, y'all. Like, I'm sitting here talking to y'all and I'm in my head, I'm thinking about, okay, I got a couple more videos to record. I'm supposed to do a client reading later today. I'm supposed to kick it with my dad later today. How much time does that leave me to sleep before I have to go to work tomorrow? Like, I'm just literally thinking about a nap. So, with the Leo full moon energy coming in this release, you're going to be releasing this stagnancy, keeping you from what's making you happy, keeping you from doing what you want to do, keeping you from seeing what it is that does not work for you, okay? In fire, I also consider a cleansing agent, so coupled with the water, it's the fire is burning up what you no longer need, or the habits that you no longer need to partake in, or the situations, the cutting the cords, things of that sort. And as we burn it up with the energy of the full moon and the cleansing and the release, we wash it away, okay? On the shadow side, Leo can be a little impulsive, a lot of impulsive. Can be a little rude, as I said earlier, selfish in the negative sense. And I did mention water and fire, that does have a little bit of a clashing energy. So there is the prospect, there is the possibility of, you know, emotional turbulence during this full moon time, during these next couple of weeks. In regards to the things that we are very emotionally attached to or invested in. So just keep in mind during these next couple of weeks, just think about the things that you're saying before you say them. Try not to, you know, burn people with your words. Also, think about the things that you do before you do them. Don't make move just because in the moment you think it's the best thing to do. Actually think things through. Tap into the energy, the intellect of the Aquarius lunar cycle, and think about things before you do them during this time, because that is the shadow energy of Leo that you want to avoid. Let me tell you, especially with Mercury retrograde happening, you do not want to be out here fucked up and fucked off by way of Pisces and Leo of all the signs. Like, come on, y'all, don't do that to yourselves. Very quickly, I want to talk about the numerology. Excuse me. This full moon happened in 20 degrees. Yep. Nope. It's not going to work. I need something to drink. I was going to try, but nope. I don't know that helped. This full moon was in 20 degrees. As I said earlier, big 2 energy. We are in a 22 universal year, and I do have a video up about that. I'm not going to talk too much about that in this video, but major energy that we're working with during this first year of the decade, right? So we've got this 2 energy. 2 is associated with, you know, cohesion, bringing things together, balance, peace, and harmony. So with the 2 energy, we're really getting, with the full moon energy, really getting clarity on what is really stopping us from living a very harmonious life, right? And then 0, anytime it's paired with a number, comes in as an amplifier, but 0 is also associated with cycles. It's associated with the beginning and the end. So we're still wrapping up energy from 2019. We're only in February, but we're also coming into, like, completely now coming into 2020 and the start of this new decade. So especially with this Aquarius lunar cycle energy, we're coming into our own in regards to the collective. And as I was talking about earlier with Leo, we're coming into our own. We're coming into who we want to be, what type of life we want to be living. And it's like, okay, this is me. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm okay with. And therefore, the collective is going to be okay with it, because this is what it is. This is what you're going to get. So you have to accept this. And it's going to be harmonious, and it's going to mesh, and it's going to flow, because this is who I am. This is who I am in this world, and this is what it's going to be. So also, this moon happened on a 33 day, which makes this let me tell you, the energy of this moon is very, very powerful, even if you're not feeling it on a surface level. 33 is the highest master number, and it carries a very, very intense spiritual energy. 33 is considered the master teacher. So you've got this master builder energy with the universal year energy of 22, and then you've got with this full moon the master teacher energy. And so as I was talking about really gaining insight and gaining clarity on, you know, how am I going to actually live the life that I want to live? How am I going to live my best life? And how am I going to present that to the world? this master teacher energy brings in with this full moon a little bit more clarity on, okay, this is how you get to that point. This is how you live the life that you want to live. These are the things that you need to do. These are the things that you need to release. Okay? All right, y'all. So as far as this full moon goes, it's balancing out the collective Aquarian energy. It's really giving us a moment to stop and think about where we are personally in this world, and if we're okay with what we're doing, and if we're okay with where we're at, and if we're okay with how the world sees us. Although I say that's not very important. In all actuality, we're human. It is. And we're also looking at our progression and our growth and how we're treating ourselves as well, as far as this Leo energy is concerned. If you do full moon intentions, as I said earlier, this is a good time to release, but you can also write these intentions in regards to release in order to manifest what it is that you want to see come in. Good things to write into your intentions, especially in regards to the fire, is stagnancy, clearing dense energy. Also with this positive Leo energy, doing away with unhappiness or feelings of depression and anxiety. And also the treatment of the self if you feel like it's negative. Okay, that's really all I got for you as far as this Leo full moon video is concerned. Do you guys know how hard that was? Listen, all my water babies, everybody with hella water in your chart, I feel for you right now. I feel for you. My heart goes out to you. Watch the Pisces Mercury retrograde video, because that's where I'm going to talk about all of this energy that I've been dealing with. But I got the Leo video up. It's here. I got all the energies out. I got all the information that I wanted to get to y'all out. Also, I will have Mercury retrograde tarot readings going up in a few days, and I also have a pick a card reading for Valentine's Day, the love holiday coming up for couples and singles. So check out all those things. The links will be down in the description box. Thank you guys for bearing with me and watching this video. And thanks for waiting for me and being patient enough with me and then watching the video after it's been, I think, maybe like a month. I do appreciate y'all. And I hope the start of your year is going well. And I will catch y'all next time. Peace.